Everton are in the relegation battle, a team that keeps getting deducted points, and also a team that used to dominate in the 1980s but hasn't won a single bit of silverware since the 1995 Community Shield. They need help fast. This is why today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get rid of the beloved Sean Dyche and take over Everton as the new manager to rebuild them back into a dominant Premier League side. So here we have it then, the mighty Everton at last. A team that used to challenge Liverpool back in the heyday, but now in these days, I mean, they haven't won a trophy in like 20 odd years, which is absolutely ludicrous and needs changing very fastly right there. Look at the formation now, the 4-1-4-1. I mean, it's not a bad formation, but it's not very attacking and familiar and popular formation, is it? So I feel like that definitely needs to be changing that department there. But they have got some outstanding players like Onana, he's got a bit of potential. Patterson there, the right back, Blythe there, who is actually being looked at by quite a lot of popular, kind of big teams, to be honest. So it's good to have him still in the team. But there is a couple of players that just, well, they're just not going to make the cut. And then type of players are people like Beto. You're probably thinking, why the hell would you get one of your best players? I mean, if you look at our striker options, we got Neil Maupay, Arsenal's biggest enemy, the Rat, right there at Brentford. He's returning. We've got Danjuma, who is on loan at the moment, so he'll be rotation with Dominic Calvert-Lewin this season, I do believe. And there's Youssef Shemesi right here, and with our only budget being around the 39 million this season, we need room to improve. So as you can see with his financial, it's 23 million. We can get back 25 million from him, and we can definitely increase that budget to increase the chances of signing some top quality players for Everton. However, though, looking at our midfield, I mean, we've got a lot of options here indeed. We've got the legend himself, Dele Alli. I mean, has such a young prospect. I mean, the same kind of potential as like Phil Foden, but unfortunately his career did not go down that path. Very unfortunate for him indeed. We have got Decore here, who did score the winning goal for them to keep them out of relegation, actually get relegated. So he is a bit of a club legend in our eyes there, really. So he has definitely got to stay in the team. However, we have got people like Dwight McNeil, who is a left mid and quite young and still got a bit about him. However, though, there's one thing he needs a winger, and that is pace. And this man does not have it right there. So maybe a cheeky swap deal could be in the cards for him, as he is, well, his market value is 10 million. So we could definitely involve him in a swap deal around that margin right there. Going on to our DMs though, we have got Amadou Onana, who's definitely got our best potential in the team. He's going to definitely stay out to the very end until we complete this challenge, I do believe. And same with James Garner. I think he's still got something to prove. 22 years old of the age of the overall 75, sorry. He's still got there. However, we've got people like Andrew Gomes and Urazo Guy there. I mean, is he really going to make the team? I'm not too sure in the near future. We'll have to see what happens there. Going on to a defence, and though Nathan Patterson, like I mentioned, the Scottish right back. I mean, maybe convert him into a centre back, see how he's going there. See what his development is saying right there. Seamus Coleman, as you can see, they're retiring at the end of the season. Everton club legend. Ashley Young, retirement as well. Another English legend right there, and the list goes on. We also got Jonathan Braithwaite, who is again gotten linked up by a lot of top teams, so he's definitely got to stay in the team. And also Ben Godfrey, another good player I like familiarise right there. And then to end it off, we have got the main man himself, Jordan Pickford, who is definitely an Everton legend in my eyes. Always turns up for England, but for Everton, a little bit sloppy, but I feel like he could definitely do the job under my rebuild today. So going back to the team now though, as you can see, I've decided to go for the 4-3-3 holding formation for Everton's rebuild here today, with Onana in the DM and Decore in the centre mid. Decore is 30, so maybe in this 1 or 2 seasons that we're in Everton, he'll be in the starting 11, but in the near future, he might get swap out right there. Gone in rotational over Onana, but for now, Onana being the high potential, he's got to stay in this team. And as you can see, like I said about McNeil, I mean, he hasn't really got the pace. So I feel like we need to invest in a left winger, maybe a centre mid, and maybe a defender just to help us out near the end of the season, as we definitely need it. As you can see with Patterson, he's only 72 overall. Coming off from that though, we're actually going to have a look at the objectives from the board above. As you see, the youth development here is on the medium. Within 2 seasons, have at least 1 player from the youth academy signed to the first team, playing at least 50% of the games next season. Alright, okay, not too bad. Their break exposure, get 10 games without a defeat this season. I think we can definitely do that. Sign 1 crucial player assigned to the midfield position, which is ideal because we definitely need to get someone right there. So that's happy days there. Financial, reduce wages by 64 grand a week. Alright, I mean, I don't really look into that, but we can potentially look into that this season whilst I simulate to the end of the season. This is where it gets a bit interesting though. Low priority, finish mid-table in the Premier League and reach the round of 16 in the FA Cup. And of course, no constant success, as of course Everton are in it, not there, right there. So have a look right here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we have got a youth scout here in the Norwegian department right here. We're going to send him in England, and I'm actually going to try and find a defender. I think we need a brand new strong defender in the English Premier League, so we're going to send one right here and send them out for 3 months. So in 3 months time, I'll let you know who we get. But for now, we need to work who we're going to get with the budget of a total of 35 million right here. Let's see if we can bring in to Everton. So a couple of weeks have gone by, and as you can see, our first game at Goodison Park will be against the mighty Fulham. However, we have sold some individuals in the team, starting off with Andrew Gomez going to Genoa for 4.1 mil and Guy going into West Ham for 2.85 million right there. Which leads us, ladies and gentlemen, to sign the next biggest star in Norwegian football, Antonio Nusa from Club Bruges. I don't understand why my assistant manager is wearing the default kit right there, but regardless of that, we have brought this kid in for only 5 million on a crucial role. That's it. I did not offer him a rotational. I want him on crucial. 18 years old at the overall a 71. Number 13. Dwight McNeil's potential replacement, perhaps. Welcome, our first signing in Nusa. However, though, we're not done there, ladies and gentlemen. The board has told us to sign a crucial midfielder, so why not Celtic's midfielder, the hot prodigy, the 22-year-old Matt O'Reilly, right in the Celtic team here. He is going to go to Everton right now. 78 overall at the age of 22 for 22 million. Brendan Rodgers was very lenient. We had to go back to negotiation. You had to go down and have a little bit of a think about. We came back for the second time and we got the deal done. The brand new centre mid for Everton, our new number 8. He's going to absolutely dominate the park. He does it in the Celtic League, so why not do it for Everton League? Why not? It will be Everton's league. Mark my words. Let's get it done. Come on. So, ladies and gentlemen, with Patterson getting converted into centre-back, we thought we'd go to Cowsill here. With a swap with McNeil for Hatter Hannibal here, the right wing-back. We also will convert him to our right-back, but it was a straight swap deal, and we need a new right-back though, because like I said, Patterson will be converted into a centre-back, and I think he's an out-and-out decent player. He can play multiple positions, he can work the whole pitch, and also, he's got a game face. An absolute steal for a swap deal here. Now we got Nusa. He's cleared of the left wing slot, so he'll be guaranteed game time, which makes him grow up faster because of this individual here who we got on a swap deal. Wycombe Hannibal, the third signing for Everton in my rebuild today. So what we have done, ladies and gentlemen, we have simulated 3 months to see what the scouts bring back. And I'll tell you what, we're actually doing not too bad in the league as well, with only losing 1 game. Let's have a look how we've gone. So we drew to Bournemouth. Who did we lose to? We actually lost to Arsenal, but we beat him in the 27th right there in 2-1. In September, which is actually pretty good. Beat Luton, Brentford, drew to Sheffield. I mean, in the start of the season, we won against Fulham, Wigan in the cup right there, Villa and Wolves, so not too shabby indeed. However, we have actually found some decent players in the youth academy, so let's have a look here. 18-year-old Hugo Harrington right here, not too shabby indeed. Alexander Tomlinson, he's obviously dropped down, and we've also got this Logan Osborne as well. So this guy's going to definitely go into the team. Hugo Harrison, also we could probably loan him out at the 18 years old. But hopefully we'll get a couple of games throughout the season. Let's have a look at his stat development plan right here. It's definitely a centre-back indeed. Got a decent bit of pace actually, to be fair. Acceleration's a bit weak. The sprint speed is not too bad, but defensively and physically is very, very good indeed. So we're going to do that for him right there and actually bring him into the team. The only thing, the last thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, is have a look at the team strategy. I don't think I'm going to hire any coaches the first season. I'm going to see how they get on just naturally on themselves without any help from the coaches. I'm thinking, though, we're going to go wing play. I'm quite familiarised with wing play, and with Nusa and Harrison from Leeds on loan in the team now, I feel like that is going to be the way forward. But on the default one, it's also not doing too bad indeed. If we're 4th right there, who knows? Maybe we can get Champions League football in the first season. I doubt it, but we have got the rivalry against Liverpool at Anfield. However, we're going to simulate to the end of the season, ladies and gentlemen, and see how this team does at the end of the season. So here we are near the end of the season. Looks like we just lost 5-4 there in the cup against Tottenham, and then we lost to Liverpool, lost to Brentford. Can we beat Luton? We drew against Luton. All right, not too bad. We're in the green minority in the top left corner though. Beat Sheffield, that's a lot better. Can we beat Forest as well? We do. That's back-to-back wins. And it looks like we've got Arsenal last in the league. We've got a lot of inboxes to get to in the top right corner. Where we come the league, 12th. All right, that's a lot better. I mean, last season, just kind of dodging thanks to Decore in the relegation. We've actually made them 12th in the league, which is very nice. I think in the next season, we want to try and push for maybe top 6 or 7, maybe get some European football. But 12 is very good indeed with 37 games played. We'll actually tell you what, let's get past the Arsenal, see what happens here. We're going to drop or go higher. It looks like no one's really injured in the team, which is very nice to see. Let's have a little gander here. And we actually drew. I'm going to take that. And as you can see, Better was in the team. We did want to get rid of him to give them more the money. We just didn't get any offers through, which is very annoying indeed. But however, he actually came in clutch, and we have actually officially finished 12th in the league. let's have a look at some of the outstanding players this season. Then let's have a little gander. So actually, Beto, the guy we was going to get rid of, is actually our best player this season. So perhaps maybe we do keep him for next season. I mean, what's his financial now? 28 million, pretty much the same kind of value right there. I mean, what's happened to Calvin Harris? I mean, there's one thing this game's really bad at, is actually if you pick your striker in like the starting 11, even if he's low overall, they just don't play. It always goes to the highest overall, so hopefully do fix that in the near future. However, the new signing from Denmark, McElroy from Celtic, has had a tremendous season, faring in 11, the centre mid row, gone up by +3. It's very nice to see. Nuso didn't get many goals and assists, but has gone up by +5, which is nice to see as well. Anyone want to leave? I mean, Han has ball here, wants to leave the club. I mean, what's happened here? 23 games, but he wants to leave the club. He's only been here for bloody, like, I don't know, 12 months. I mean, what's happened there? But if he wants to leave, so be it. I mean, I'm not too annoyed by this one because we can get someone in the next season. And also, like I said, our youth academy, we could definitely get someone there because we're looking for a defender. And also, the third time right here, it was a swap deal. So why not? We want to get rid of Dwight Knocknell, and he was involved in it. They approached us. We accept it. Why the hell not? Happy days right now. Not too shabby. Amano Nonana, they're gone up by +3, which is nice to see. Not too shabby right there. Anyone from the defence? Has anyone gone up in that department? Let's say Pick was an 84, which is nice to see. Godfrey, not too shabby indeed. Duran Braithwaite gone up by +2. Let's say they're all going up. Let's say Nathan Patton's got by +2, which is very nice to see as well. And Youth Academy, Hugo Harrison, also got loaned out to Norwich, it seems, is gone up by a +3 as well. Has anyone had a bit of an interesting kind of hidden transfer? Let's have a look here. So let's say Shemetti has gone out on loan to Crystal Palace, which is nice to see. And I see White Neil gone on loan to Calcio. We're not loan, sorry, we've got sold for Hasselborg to Calcio right there with 4 million on top, I believe. So yeah, overall not a bad season for Everton in our first season under new management right here. Also finishing mid-table in 12th position. However, coming to the cup run, so getting to the semi-final in the Emirates FA Cup, again knocked out on penalties by Spurs, was very annoying. Nearly got to an actual final, but getting to a semi-finals with the stage this team is at, it's not too shabby indeed. Carabao Cup though, we got knocked out by Chelsea unfortunately, but we got to the quarterfinals. Not too shabby indeed. I mean, next season maybe we can go for the Carabao Cup, which isn't as hard as the FA Cup, but you never know. Maybe the FA Cup's going to be the one where we can continue winning throughout the seasons on the rebuild. Other than that, not a bad season at all. Let's get into season 2. So here we are in season 2 has arrived with Everton and myself for this rebuild here today. And as you can see, our first game will be at Old Trafford away. However, we have to assess the team because obviously last season we did finish mid-table. However, in the cup runs, we didn't do too bad. As you can see though, with the squad, how we saw it just at the end of the season. A couple of players want to leave the team, like the likes of Hans Boy, who's only been here for like 12 months, so very annoying indeed. However, we have got not a bad budget this season. I'll quickly show you of 44 million. And also the last thing we've got to do before we assess team even further, as you can see, the brand exposure, sell free players. So a lot of people will be leaving the club, as now we want to kind of build a younger team to build up in the near future to contest for the Premier League and the Champions League in the near future. Now assessing this team this season, we'll just go from the lowest to the highest right here. As you can see, we've got a couple of players, but I'll tell you what, we'll go to the centre backs first. Let's change up a little bit. As you can see, Michael Keane actually wants to leave the team. He just hasn't getting a lot of game time. Mason Holgate also coming back from a loan here, but like I said, we've got Godfrey, so I don't think he's going to get into the team as much, so we're going to get rid of him right here. And also got the likes of Nathan Patterson and Gerard Braithwaite right here, but I'm actually going to loan out Nathan Patterson this season. I'm going to try and loan him out, and hopefully when he comes back, he'll be like a 77 or a 78 centre back for a bit of a rotational with Gerard and Braithwaite in the near future. But I will be looking at maybe bringing in a brand new centre back, as I don't think James Tarkowski is going to do the bits anymore. I mean, he's getting there 31. A overall, and at the financial of 12 million, that'd be decent to get someone in with a swap deal for this centre back right here. However, though, going into the midfield now, as you can see, there's a lot of individuals in the centre mid / DM row. Onana, I mean, Lewis Warrington as well, he'll probably stay, but going back to Onana, he's definitely going to be in it from day one. Same with James Garner. They've done a little rotation over these two right here. However, though, I actually got to do Decore here. We're not going to start him this season. I think we are going to say goodbye to Dele Alli and pit Decore as an important role. However, change to a rotational role and get a brand new centre mid as well. So unfortunately, Dele Alli, I don't want to do it for as much as I've done, but I feel like your time is up with Everton. However, they'll go on to the attack. They've got Neil Mopley. He's definitely got, not a massive fan of it in real, a bit ratty right there. Shemetti has come back though. He's gone up by +2, I do believe, so he's going to definitely stay in the team. Beto, transfer listed. He's still going to be transfer listed, as you can see. His financials 35 million. Yes, he was probably our best player last season. But I want to give Dominic Calvert-Lewin a bit of a run for his money as a star in ST this season. I mean, he's a beloved fan from Everton. So he has got to be the star of their side for season 2. So ladies and gentlemen, a couple of days have gone by, and as you can see, our financial budget this season is now 114 million to improve this Everton side right here. It's going to be some ridiculous signings coming into the team. As you see, we need a new right back, probably a new centre mid there going over to Corey, probably a brand new centre back as well with Tarkowski, because we did say he's getting there with a little bit of age. And as you can see, a brand new right winger as well. So let's get into the transfer history and let's see what's happened with Everton signings. We've got Mopier going to Valencia. We've got Patterson going on loan to Juventus, a decent move from right there. He'll go into the Bundesliga at Gladbach for 4.5 million. Better going to Arsenal for 45 million. For me, I think that's an absolute steal, to be quite honest with you. At the age of 26, at the overall of 82, I think we've had a stormer there. Very good indeed. Dele Alli joined over the pond, gone to another mid-table team in Crystal Palace. I think it's a brilliant move from right there. And Hatterpool going to Real Bears. And lastly, Keane going to Bournemouth for 4.4 million. So with a lot of players selling and our budget going up massively, we brought our first signing from Benfica, a brand new right back, Lucio Gulutuga, the 82 24-year-old Dutch right back right here. We paid 30 million with a swap deal with James Tarkowski, so I feel like we have saved an absolute stormer a bit of money here against right before. I've used him in my Praski career modes and he is unbelievable. He can play right back, left back and also centre back right there. And we need a new brand new right back because Molioko is playing left back right now. So he is going to be our first signing in season 2, the number 2 to the Premier League. So with Tarkowski going to the Portuguese League, we need a brand new centre back, and he is going to be Lenny Euro, the 18-year-old, 76 overall from Lille in the French division. Only 18 and he is nearly 80 overall. I mean, I believe this kid is getting looked at by a lot of top talented teams. I know I say that with every signing, but this kid literally is indeed. So why not get him to Everton? Welcome Lenny Euro, 16 million paid for him. He's our new starting centre back in the number 3. The question is there going to be more signings? And the answer is yes. With Jack Harrison going back to Leeds on loan, our right winger, we've actually gone for their other right winger in Somerville, an absolute dominant player for Leeds. But they have been promoted to the Premier League. However, he's made the move to Everton. Why not? 12 million. We need a pacey right winger, and this guy's got a bit of potential about, and I've seen him in real life. He is absolutely phenomenal. He's our new number 14. It's our third signing. Are we going to make any more? Let's find out. And the answer is yes. We went to Man United, spoke to Ten Hag to bring in Mason Mount. I feel like this guy needs a bit of a redemption spark. At Chelsea, he was very good. Then he kind of dipped off, then went to United, and he's just gone off the face of the earth. So why not go a little bit lower than not a top 16 and go to Everton with some English talent in there, a lot of young talent as well, so we can help them grow. And we can help him grow as well. I feel like I want to redeem him and get him back into the England team with Southgate in the near future. So why not Everton? He's our new number 7, going over to Corey's position. Could be an unreal bit of talent this for Everton. It might be the team for him there. Can he do it? We'll have to find out at the end of the season. So there is that, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, like I said, our first game will be against Man United away. But this is the team going to season 2. And I think it is looking very dominant indeed, with the new captain being Onana. Do I want to make him captain? I'll tell you what, that's a bit of a silly captain in my opinion right there. We're going to make him Jordan Pickford. I think he's been there for the longevity, so he's going to be at the team. But Noosa, Calvert-Lewin and Somerville top's going to be quite deadly, with O'Reilly, Mason Mount and Onana in the middle. New signing Euro going in with the English talent in Braithwaite there. Molioko and new signing as well, Gurutuga in the right back, with of course the captain being in Pickford. I think on the bench it's looking pretty decent as well, with John Dobbin obviously being the younger talents right here. Virginia, Doucouré, Sholametti in Ghana, and of course we have got the main man Lewis Warrington coming back from my beloved Plymouth Argo as well. Just to rotate without the team, so not too shabby indeed. Hopefully some of their loan spells could do really well as well. And lastly, what later we just got to check 2 things, and that is the team strategy. As you can see, I've hired a couple of coaches this season. I think I've hired a total of 6, I do believe, 6 or 5, I'm not too sure. Just a little rundown right there, so we'll get them hopefully we lot decent excited in the last season. I just want to see how they do without any like kind of coaches really, and they did okay. So hopefully this season we'll actually climb the table, especially with the young talent we do. And lastly, let's have a look, a bit of a full depth through of the objectives from the board this season. Youth development, with obviously we have our centre back already. We're not really going to have and dive into this season. Our Felix only on a medium priority. I think we're absolutely fine right there. Brand exposure, get 10 wins away this season. I can see we have sold 3 players already, as we checked out just beforehand. Within the same season, signed 2 crucial players and make a profit fee. So we signed 3 out of 2, which is absolutely fine. Domestic success. This is where it's getting a little bit interesting now, ladies and gentlemen. Finishing in the Europa League spot, that's absolutely fine. Reached the round 16, also we did really well last season, and now in our first round, and also contact success. And of course, we have not got any. But like I said, I do want to finish 6th or 7th this season. I feel like we could definitely do it, and it's nice to see really the objectives kind of believe in me in that way and also agree as well. So very good team indeed. The question is though, how we go against Man United and how will we do near the end of the season. So here we have it then. The end season has arrived. It looks like we lost to Tottenham, coming off from Villa 4-0 and Brentford 2-0 as well. But we're just beating Middlesbrough 2-0. We're beating Chelsea 3-0 away. Absolutely ridiculous. We're not doing too bad in the league. We're actually looking like on a good win spread. Look at that Newcastle final there, but locked out to Watford on 4-2 on penalty, which is very annoying. However, where have we come in the league? We are 4th. But Aston Villa are right on our tails with our rivals with Liverpool. Can we get Champions League football in our second season? Oh, it's basically Europa League. I mean, we finished 12th last season, but hang on a minute. Can West Ham bit an upset? It is a draw. Yeah, it could be a bit tight here. Could be very tight. Villa won their game, unfortunately, but Liverpool did lose, which do believe, I think, yes, it is. We will take Europa League. That is still fantastic. Villa sneak into the Champions League spot, but we have finished higher than our rivals by pretty much 3 points. We finished 5th and Liverpool have finished 6th.
Who's laughing now?
So we'll definitely take it right there. But European football has been secured next season. Europa League could go off. 9+ inboxes right here. We've got a lot of stuff to go on. Looks like Garner's got a transfer offer. That's usually a lot of him. So I feel like he is probably fed up and wants to leave. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's been a bit strange in terms of rotating the team. I might just keep pushing yourself. We'll just say that right there. But let's have a look at the outstanding players for season 2, shall we? Let's have a little gander. So Somerville is absolutely kicking ass. We've seen how many goals we have just scored in the last few games on the calendar. And it's coming from this man right here. Like I said, I've seen him in real life for Leeds. He is absolutely ridiculous, the Dutch winger right here. 31 goals, 23 in the Premier League. It's ridiculous. Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well, really stepping up, finally getting game time. Matt O'Reilly, 10 and 14, fantastic. Shemetti here, the backup ST, doing really well. Decore and Mason Mount, I mean, doing pretty well. I mean, similar stats. However, I mean, Decore has literally played less than 14 games than Mason Mount, which is absolutely ridiculous and hitting up the same stats. However, Mason Mount has got more assists, but still, Mason Mount, get into the room, my man. You must be one of the main man. You're the highest paid potential player in the team. You've got to keep going, my son, and hopefully he'll have a better season in season 3. I think he will. Antonio Nuso got up a lot more as well, but it's expected to cover more stats for him as well. The rest of the team are not too bad. Looks like Euro has gone up. Let's have a look at Hugo Harrington. Look at this player. Unbelievable. Certainly one he could make into the actual team next season. You never know. Maybe a left back, right back. Who knows? Maybe even a DM. He could definitely play a position. We'll have to have a look when he comes back from loan. The rest of the team, though, looking very good indeed. As you can see, Euro, Blayflake going quite a lot. Moyoko. It's a decent team. You can see why we have finished 5th in the league. Not too shabby indeed. Let's have a look at the cup runs also. In the last season, we just skipped it to the end, but we'll have a little bit more of a deep dive within this season right now. So let's get right into the FA Cup here. We did get unfortunately knocked out, which it will be a Watford versus Man United final right there, but we lost on penalties. So once again, back-to-back semi-finals. One of them will come this season, I do believe. Carabao Cup though, Man City versus Southampton. Fair play to Southampton from the Championship. Doing really well. Oh, we got to the semi-finals in this as well. 5-2 on aggregate to Manchester City. Getting really fortunate right there. I know curious who won the Champions League. Oh no, it isn't yet. It's Real Madrid versus Bayern. Not too shabby right there. With Borussia Dortmund taking Real Madrid to the semi-finals. Not too shabby indeed. But yeah, decent season from us. We'll definitely take it. There's something to be improved on. I feel like next season with the young players we've got in the team, I think we go for the Europa League. I feel like we do that, get the Super Cup, and definitely in terms of the league, finish in a Champions League spot. So here we have in season 3 is here with Everton and myself once again. Obviously finishing 5th last season, but in the cup runs, getting back-to-back semi-finals in both of the cups, of the Carabao and the FA Cup. There's some things to improve on. Let's have a look at the objectives this time for the season. We actually got a critical now in the brand exposure. So on one crucial first team player in the defence position, which I don't think we need one. But considering it's crucial, the board obviously want to improve that department. So we're going to have to look and see where we can improve right there. Get 10 games without defeat this season. That should be absolutely fine. Youth event, we're going to dodge them as we all right now. Financially, 170 million earnings from shirt sales within the season. I think that should be fine. Within 3 seasons, increase your club worth by 30% for player sales and competition prize money rewards. That's fine right there. Domestic success. So this is where it's going to get interesting here. And to be honest, I feel like what I'm saying in terms of my own objectives, they're actually copying and pasting it. I actually want to do, like I said, in the last season, finish in the Champions League and actually maybe go for the FA Cup. So I feel like that's a very fair, optimistic one there for Everton indeed. And they want us to reach the Europa League final, and I do believe we can go on to win that. However, though, going through the team now, we can see Jordan Picture and Virginia are still going to be the goalkeepers for this season. However, though, considering we definitely need to sign a crucial defender now, I'm looking at someone to potentially replace it. Look, got Ben Godfrey here, which I think is quite satisfied to being kind of in a way rotational centre-back indeed. We got Nathan Patterson coming back, which like I did say, I was hoping he'd come back as a 78 or a 79, but it's 77, which is absolutely fine. He could get a lot of game time this season. Let's say, you're always going to show great potential, but he's definitely going to stay because he's only 19. Is incredible indeed. Hugo Horston is on loan still at Norwich, so hopefully in season 4, if we get there, he will still be in the team. So I need to have a look to see if we're potentially going to get rid of here. If I had to potentially get rid of one, it'd probably be Godfrey, but I don't feel like there's not really reason to get rid of him. However, though, we have got James Garner here that has submitted a transfer request because obviously he's very annoyed because Onana is playing for the majority of the games and this guy is getting no game time. So we'll have to potentially find a rotational DM. However, though, we have got Lewis Warrington, so I'm not too sure on this one. Bit of 50-50. We'll have to wait and see. In terms of wingers, though, we're quite sure we've only got Dobbin right here. But going on to the midfielders, we got Alberto Hori here, sending a rotation with O'Reilly and Mason Mount. So that department is absolutely fine. And the attack is very good as well, as Yusuf Shemeti here is actually doing really well. Near the same rate as Calvert-Lewin. However, I am going to make a bit of a dramatic bit of news right here, ladies and gentlemen. And that is I'm going to actually pick Calvert-Lewin up for sale. He had a good season, but consider we need to go for Champions League and maybe go for the Europa League, we definitely need more of the budget as it is only 100 million. And you're probably thinking, well, yeah, only 100 million, that's very good. However, if we get more money, we can sign a lot of players for one, the striker role, and definitely a brand new defensive player for the team. So the board has told us to sign a crucial defender, so we have gone and done that. We're getting in Alejandro Grimaldo from Bayer Leverkusen, 86 overall at 29 years old. We paid a whopping 61 million. That's hence why we need to get rid of the likes of like Dominic Lewin or maybe even Godfrey to get the wage up to find a brand new striker that's going to push for the Premier League title. Who knows, a Champions League spot. But this guy is in the team. Absolute unit. Xabi Alonso is currently undefeated in the Bundesliga, and this is the man that's helping along the way. He's unbelievable. The Spaniard is in the team for a new signing in season 3. So with Grimaldo going in at the left wing backs position right here, well, technically the left back row, we have unfortunately sold a lot of players from the team. We've simulated a couple of days, and I'm going to review to who we have got rid of right here. One being Molenko here, going to Chelsea for 16 million. Obviously, Grimaldo going in with not much room for him right here. He's just going to be sat on the bench, and that's not fair on him. So he's actually gone to a decent team in Chelsea. Got Calvert-Lewin going to Bournemouth here for 22.4 million, which I think is a decent deal. Gardo going to Pagao Calcio there for 13.5. And as you can see there, Grimaldo going for 61 million to Everton as our new signing. As you can see, our budget was 76 million, which that means we have brought an absolute unit up top in Victor Boniface. We've gone back to Bayer Leverkusen and we said to Xavi, look, I'm seeing more of your players, and I've got the Nigerian 24, 85 year olds Victor Boniface, an absolute brick shithouse to be honest with you. And the reason why I got this guy in because I'm getting kind of like Lukaku vibes when he used to be at Everton. He's strong, he's tall, he's pacey, he's got it all. He's a brick shithouse, and we need that up top. Especially with the fullbacks we have got with the balls they can put into the box. Our new number 9 in Victor Boniface. Can the Nigerian dominate the Premier League? We'll have to find out very soon. Big signing for 68 million. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the only 2 signings we're going to make for season 3. I don't feel like I need to make a lot more, to be honest, with this team. It's looking very good with Boniface and Grimaldo, the former Bayer Leverkusen team, coming into Everton right now. As you can see, we've got 2 million just sat there just to maybe help with renewing some contracts with the team. Hopefully we can tick off the objectives this season and get the Champions League spot, and who knows, go on to win the Europa League. Before we've advanced to the end of the season though, I'm just going to quickly clarify that I've hired a couple of more scouts to the team, because I feel like if we get more coaches, it's going to help a lot more. And I've done it definitely more in the defensive role, because I feel like our defense is probably more the weaker spot in the team. So especially like Euro, I mean, we definitely want to grow him up to maybe near the end of the season to like an 83 or an 84, and same with Braithwaite right there. Could be an interesting one this. I think we're going to definitely get Champions League football this season, and we're going to be right. Let's go find out. So we're at the end of the season, right? Looks like we beat Seville 5-2 in the Europa League. We lost to Arsenal. We won against Forest though, and it looks like it's going to be West Ham again. But hang on just a second. Why is Manchester City in the Europa League final then? Honestly, Pep was an absolute shock in the Champions League, but things get even worse. Looks like we got our arch rivals in the FA Cup. We finally got to the final, but it's against bloody Liverpool. And it goes to West Ham again to our last game of the season. I swear we had them in the last one, but it looks like in the league we are third. So we have secured Champions League football, which is very nice to see. Let's just get West Ham out of the way and then get to these finals straight away and see if we can win some bloody bit of silverware. 4-1 we won at the end. Somerville, Onana, Doucouré and Gramado. There's actually, to be fair, just had a quick glance at that team. There's a certain individual lost from the team, and that is Matt O'Reilly. Let's have a look where he has gone. As you can see there, Doucouré is now back in the centre mid role. So where has he gone through simulation? Let's have a little gander around transfer history. Yeah, oh, really? So it looks like he has gone an absolute rat route there. O'Reilly has gone to Liverpool for 67. I mean, it's a lot of money for 67 million. But really, Liverpool, out of all the bloody teams you have to pick. So let's get to the Man City final here. Is it going to end on a high in the Europa League? Or is Man City, the favourite, probably going to come out on top here? We've got pretty much our main team. Come on, boys. Let's see if we can get the result here today. And we lost right at the end right there. We got a consolation goal, but it looks like Manchester City will be picking up that trophy right there. Right straight in. Let's get into the Liverpool game. And let's see if we can get the win right there. So here we have it then. The Liverpool versus Everton game. Can we do it here? We're very tired. Can it be back-to-back final losses? And we don't. We get it with Boniface only in the 8th minute. But that there is for the absolute rattery from Matt O'Reilly. He's absolutely had a shocker. He's not won anything. He's not got Champions League football, I do believe. And now we have just nicked the FA Cup. We have finally walked away with a bit of silverware. And finally, third time lucky, we got through the FA Cup and picked it up right there. So happy days indeed. So as you can see there, we have beaten Liverpool in the FA Cup, which is very nice to see. Happy days right there. As you can see in the league, we came third, which is very nice to see. I think next season we have to try and get some revenge over Manchester City and go for the league. However, let's see how we got in the Carabao Cup. Did we do this one here? And Liverpool did win that one, to be fair, so fair play to them right there. Champions League, I don't know if it's been played out yet, but Real Madrid v PSG, pretty much a bulk standard final right there. Very annoyed about Matt O'Reilly. You don't do that to a bloody team. It's like Manchester United player going to Man City. You just don't do that, but we are absolutely battered. There's literally no stamina on any players, but they can rest up there very easy indeed. Let's have a look at the outstanding players this season, though, and it looks like, once again, it goes to Somerville. Absolute unit. What a player he has become. And look at Nusa, gone up by a +5. That is what we want to see. 25 goals. Looks like Yoris Shemetti here is actually gone for 22 goals, because it looks like Victor Boniface is injured, which is very annoying indeed. So it looks like the main man from Portugal has actually stepped up. And I'll tell you what, he's actually turned into a very good player indeed. 22 years old, a Portuguese, 82 overall. One of Everton's very own from the very get-through of this reboot here today. Gramado, we expected this with this absolute demon in the left wing back / left back right here. 14 assists is very nice to see. And fair play to Doucouré. Obviously, Matt O'Reilly snaked us out and he stepped in and got a couple of goals and assists. And the same with Mason Mount, a better season for him, 14 and 6. Happy days right there. As you can see as well, I'll just quickly show you. Let's have a little quick gander. Don't think I actually need to change position, but we've got this Hugo Harrington here, and I do believe I can change him. And he will go to a 74, so it actually works out. He's got a decent little bit of pace, and maybe the acceleration is short, but defensive is actually pretty good. Defensive awareness, very nice indeed. So he will be our backup fullback right there. So it actually worked out for the best in terms of that position right there. So yeah, not too bad this season, to be honest. I mean, we won the FA Cup, became very short in the Europa League, but to be fair, it is Pep Guardiola's team in Manchester City. It's just one of them. Next season, though, we're going to go for the full shebang. Obviously, we're going to get a lot more money now being in the Champions League and actually coming third in the league. We want to go for the treble. We want to retain the FA Cup. We want to go and win the Champions League. I feel like we've definitely got the team to do it, and like the money we'll bring in is going to be fantastic. And go for the Premier League as well. So here we have it into season 4. Also from last season, we did really well but fell short to one of the cups, but then did beat Liverpool in the FA Cup, which is very nice. However, we did fall short to the Premier League, and this season, like I said, I want to go for the full shebang and pretty much go for the treble, retain the FA Cup, go for the Champions League and beat Manchester City. Talking about Manchester City though, we've got on the FA Community Shield, so hopefully when we do something to the end of the season, we can look back and who knows, get some revenge in that Shield / Cup right there. But we need to more focus on the Premier League. Obviously, with one of our centre-mids ratting out to our rivals in Liverpool, Doucouré goes back in the team. But, however, I feel really bad. He always does the jump number for us right here. But he isn't going to be the one to probably in that centre-mid role if we want to go for the Champions League. We need the big calibre. And with the money transferring over from that player leaving last season, it means we have got 160 million to play with to find, in my opinion, a brand new centre mid, which could be very tasty indeed. And the other position I'm actually going to look at, ladies and gentlemen, is actually a backup right winger, because as you can see, our bench is kind of weak. It's near the 70 marks, and I feel like we need to hear. Patterson has got up to an 81, which is very nice. Harrington, the Youth Academy player, 74, the backup left back right there. So the defence, the keeper is absolutely fine. I think Warrington's not too bad, but I feel like really we need a backup winger right here. Before we go on to sign any players though, we have to have a look at the board, because they might actually have a look at the team and say, look, you need to improve it in this department instead. So let's have a look here, see if they're going to agree with me once again, because they have been within the 4th season now, and they're continuing on with this rebuild today. You've kind of, like I said, we're getting quite far into it now, so we're going to dodge it first, considering it's only a medium priority. It's not too fine. Critical, here we go. So get a streak of 5 games ready to defeat at home match this season, absolutely fine. Oh, and there you go. So they have agreed to me. They actually do need to sign a crucial first team player assigned to the mid position, which actually works out for the best. Financially, it's gone down to medium priority now, which is absolutely fine. And to be fair, they actually looks like they actually have copied for what I feel like we should achieve this season: win the Premier League, win the FA Cup, and reach the final. However, I want to go one step further in the Champions League final and actually go on to win it and potentially finish this challenge off today. However, if we want to go on and complete this challenge today and win the Champions League, we need to bring in an absolute world star from Barcelona in Frankie de Jong. That's right, we have splashed the whole shebang on pretty much one player. 124 million we paid for this guy. But Frankie de Jong and myself, we sit down, a conversation with his agent, went, look, you can see how far Everton are going throughout the progression of this rebuild here today. So why not? We're on the verge of winning the Premier League, the Champions League, and retaining the FA Cup. So why not come to Everton as our new number 8? An absolute demon in that midfield, one of the world's best, is in Everton for this season 4 rebuild here today. And ladies and gentlemen, the last signing will be a rotational wing. We said we need to get one, so why not a man that used to play for Spurs in Steven Bergwijn right here? He's gone back to Ajax, but he's got the Premier League experience. He wasn't too bad at Spurs, but he just wasn't really hitting that target. Kind of like the likes of Mason Mount really was at United and / kind of Chelsea near the end of the career right there. Didn't really work out for the best. So why not drop down to Everton and a rotational role with our wings we've already got on the team. We did the new brand new number 11, the final signing of this season today. So there is it, ladies and gentlemen. We only need to make pretty much 2 signings, and we have got a budget now quickly short of 14 million, like I said, from the last season. That would just be for contracts, and then he wants some pretty moans right there. Unfortunately though, we have lost a player that was similar up near to the City game right here. And that is, I will reveal quickly right now, in Ben Godfrey. Also was very unsatisfied with probably Patterson coming to the team. He was more of the rotation of centre-back, so that's why he is gone. He's not going to get much game time, so he's gone to Bologna for 9.1 million. Other than that, though, you can see we've had Bergwijn and de Jong into the team, and I'll just get a bit of a rundown right now. So the actual bench is looking a lot more stronger now. Decore, Bergwijn, Messi, Lewis Warrington, Patterson, Harrison, and also Virginia Ingo. So it's very good. We have an actual quite a young bench as well, so I feel like the actual core of the team is very good indeed. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is Euro and Braithwaite. Hopefully they can grow up in overalls, considering if we definitely want to go for the Champions League and the Premier League, they need to get there up there a little bit higher in overalls. Hopefully Euro can get there a little bit. He's only 20, and so with Braithwaite only being 24 as well. But we'll have to wait and see later on. What I have also done as well is hired out a couple of more scouts. You'll probably be able to see it here, but I'll just quickly run through. We've got absolutely loads now. So hopefully a lot of these new scouts can help us just get over the pushing line and potentially complete this challenge today and winning the league and also winning the Champions League. So here we are at the end of the season. It looks like we're doing really well. Drew against Everton, but beat Spurs in the semi-finals of the Champions League 4-1. It looks like we could potentially be on for a Champions League final. However, have we done the Premier League? I reckon we probably have done it. However, it is saying the orange priority in the top left corner, which worries me a little bit, but we have done it. And look who is behind us. It is the mighty Liverpool. Only getting 3 defeats, but a lot of draws, to be fair. A lot of draws indeed. Before we go and check that out, though, let's have a look at some of our outperforming players of the season. Let's have a little gander here, shall we? I mean, I reckon there's a couple of familiar players with 5 and 5 Grimaldo, but who is top scorer? So once again, it's got to be Somerville for the 3rd or 4th season in a bloody row. He is unbelievable. Boniface got a lot more goals now, but look at Newson, 19 and 19 as well so far. De Jong coming in as our record side of 124 million with not 12 assists. It's very decent. You also have Shemetti going by +2, but getting a couple of goals, but he's a bit injured, so not too bad. Grimaldo, like I said, fine, not many assists last season, but he has done the job indeed. Is there any players that have potentially left the club? Let's have a little gander here on the transfer history whilst we simulate up. Let's have a look. Looks like Mills has gone to Lou on a free transfer. Oh, that's annoying. Looks like our youth academy prodigy in Harrington has gone to Valencia for 10.6 million. Has he got up in overall? He's 78 overall. That's very annoying. That's very annoying deal. I would like to probably actually played with him in potentially the Champions League final, but it is what it is. Let's see if we can beat your boys Leicester and see who we then got in the Champions League final. So here we are then, loading it into Leicester. Here we have it then. So let's get this out of the way and let's see who we've got in the Champions League final. We actually drew our last game with Onana, getting a consolation goal against Yerkes, 63rd goal for Leicester City. Happy days indeed. There's one stat. Actually, Liverpool drew their last game as well. So we get to see the final table. Who we got. And of course, it's typical. It's got to be PSG at Old Trafford. Very interesting venue to have the Champions League final this year. But let's have a look at the other cups in the Maybe because we're in the orange variety, because we didn't do too well with the cups in season 4. Every Community Shield, did we do it? And we didn't. We lost on penalties to Manchester City in the Community Shield. Very annoying. That's one we always kind of struggle to get ticked off in this channel. But it is what it is. FA Cup, we've won this one before, but it looks like it won't be our time as well. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Where did we come? We got knocked out by Crystal Palace, so I hope they go all the way, to be fair. Cardiff got to the semi-finals and lost on penalties. That would have been very interesting and very indeed for them to get into a final in the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, have we done this? We can. So it looks like if we win the Champions League, we're going to leave the Carabao Cup running for the new manager that will be taken, because we do prioritise the FA Cup, the Premier League and the Champions League whilst doing these rebuilds. Because let's be honest, Carabao Cup is kind of like a Mickey Mouse trophy, kind of with the Community Shield. In my opinion, no offence right there, but it's in my opinion, it is what it is. Interesting semi-finals though. Look at them. Penalty shootouts there with Liverpool. I mean, look at Leeds as well. 4-5 aggregate against Manchester City. I mean, fair play. But Arsenal has done very well right there. However, though, it is time to play PSG in the Champions League final. And looking at the team, it is absolutely ridiculous. Rodrigo from Real Madrid in right wing. Kylian Mbappe. Xavi Simons in left wing. Zara Emery there. One of the hottest prospects, the French midfielder right there for PSG. Bernardo Silva, a Champions League winner. Barella, the Italian stallion, the DM. Donnarumma, MGA. I believe MJ, I don't bloody know. MJ Kim, I believe is the last name. I'm not too sure. In centre back. Hartman, Paul Torres, Joe Cancelo, Donnarumma. Their defence isn't the strongest, but hopefully we can get past it with our attack in Nusa, Boniface and some of Nusa 90 overall now. Unbelievable. I'm a bit worried my defence against Kylian Mbappe, but you never know. They must be doing something right if they won the Premier League. Let's just get into this. Come on, boys. So here we have it then. Here we go. Everton really struggling to win trophies within the last 20 years, but can they finally win the Champions League? That's the question. Also, we've ticked off the FA Cup and now we've ticked off the Premier League. But we've got the biggest prize left of them all is now the Champions League. That's the last one we got to tick off. But can PSG be in the way of them right here? We're starting off in our way kicks, obviously kick clash here, but Frankie de Jong on the ball now. Gives it to 13 in Nusa. Cuts inside, but a couple of step overs right here. He gets past. He cannot get past. Joe Cancelo goes inside to Zara Emery. Absolutely fantastic thing. Goes into Kylian Mbappe. He stood still and looks like Euro. A person that I'm a little bit disappointed with. I thought he'll go up a lot more high near the end of this potential challenge today if we win it. If not, we're going to season 5 where he could actually prove me wrong. I thought he'd go a bit higher. But terrible distribution right there. Falls back down to PSG. Rodrigo turning circles here around the Everton midfield. But Frankie de Jong there, the £1 million man, draws a foul. I thought he won the ball there. And looks like the turtle in Kylian Mbappe will be taking it right here. I mean, he's high overall, so he must have decent free kicks by now. Going for the shot here, and we've got the block up by Frankie de Jong to go out for the first corner in this Champions League final here today. Come on, boys. Do not let PSG finally get their hands on it. One from Onana. De Jong, up you go, my son. And now it falls into Somerville. Unbelievable. An absolute club legend. Can he find Mason Mount down the line? He can. This could be potential counter-attack here. I can see Boniface in the middle. The regen of Lukaku. Can he put it into the box? He can't get there. Joe Cancelo does well again. And it looks like it's going to be a foul for PSG. Rodrigo on the board down the wing here now. Trying to cut inside. We're not going to allow him to do that. Well done there, but he's got past Espinosa. The captain goes into Zara Emery, and he gets past Pickford. It's the Frenchman versus the Englishman. And he gets past in the pit. PSG 1-up in this Champions League final. Very annoying start indeed, but it's still a long way to go yet. We expected this probably being the underdogs in this one, but it is what it is. I thought I had him there, but Rodrigo's running the show in that right. He's cutting inside, causing havoc. And Bernardo Silva, he can pass in any direction and he'll get it to you. And it's a good finish from the young prodigy in Zara Emery right there. Come on, lads, got to bring it back here. Rightio, they scored in the 27th minute. The camera retaliated bracket. That's what I was saying with defence. I was a little bit worried with their centre-backs. But like I said, they must have been doing all right. Maybe our full-backs will be kind of carrying him in that department right there, and Pickford as well. Mason Mount, good turn there. Coming into his prime again like he was in his peak Chelsea days. Going into Somerville. The other guy's both scored about 120 goals in his bloody Everton career, this guy. Can he get back post cross? It goes into De Jong, but no one's there. But it does fall to Onana. Now to Nusa. Trying to cut back here. So much pace on the guy. Back out wide. There's the ball into the box. Called in. I was looking for Boniface, but it gets blocked off. Again, Cancelo. Very frustrating. He's absolutely doing bits against Nusa. Mbappe. On the ball here. Hanging the boots in Piera. He would like to lift the boots up with his Champions League title. Slash medal right there, but we're not going to hope we do it to him today. Xavi Simons. Running from Euro. Gets up for it. We can't get it back though. Cancelo. To Xavi Simons. Does well, goes into Kylian Mbappe. Just don't let him shoot. Good save from Pickford. Oh, it's everywhere. Everton really struggling now. Mason Mount. Boniface has found a gap though in this midfield. Can he bounce past? Look at the strength. It's the regen of Lukaku, the number 9. Can he go all the way? That's a great save with the second up. Oh, it's a great save from Donnarumma. Oh, one of the world's best has just pulled off an absolute worldie in the Champions League final. How has he got down right there for that save? What a save that was from Donnarumma. We thought we could just get one back there to go into the second half. But what a double save that was. Unbelievable. So Radio Late Show, and no changes from myself. I don't think I need to. I saw a little bit of a limp there at the end where I feel like Everton can naturally get back into this. I think the PSG could probably panic now. They're normally quite used to kind of bottling Champions League finals over the years with the signings they've had over the years, like Neymar, Messi and Mbappe. So hopefully we can continue on there, but they could prove me wrong here. Xavi Simons looking to kind of kill this game straight off the second half here. Off the bus pretty much. Rodrigo for the shot. Can we get a bit of a counter-attack going on now? Come on, boys. Nusa, make that run. Nice little play there from the Norwegian. Can he find Boniface? He can. Boniface is through on goal. Can we get our first goal here? And he does. He doesn't need a second attempt. He's got it indeed. I've said that wrong, but you know what I mean. What a finish from Victor Boniface right there. Finally, we get the goal for Everton. The regen Lukaku, the dangerous, the king of Nigeria. With an absolute corker of a little finesse shot. We didn't want to absolutely butcher it. We didn't over panic, so we took it close. And we finessed into the bottom right corner. We're back in this Champions League final. Come on. Alright, hopefully we do not make a little bit of a slipper once again. Special to the turtle in Kylian Mbappe. Good block off there. Big task for Euro and Braithwaite to keep that man quiet. He's been kind of lurking, but nothing's really been popping off for him. Banana is keeping it calm here. Mason Mount. The guy that gets that midfield ticking. To Frankie de Jong. He's got a bit of room. Can he find over the top? It's a great ball to Somerville. Can someone get the shot? Oh, it's unbelievable.
He was special.
And just like that, we are leading the Champions League final to an Everton legend in Somerville. Hey, I swear, since we brought him in, he has scored 30 plus goals in every season. He must be on about bloody 90 or 100 odd goals for this club already. Absolutely ridiculous. What a finish that is from Somerville. We could win it here. Xavi Simons here, looking to retaliate back straight away though. PSG on the verge of bottling it once again. We always bloody beat him in these rebuilds, and you see it in real life, they always bottle it. But Barella here going for the shot. We've got a good ball out here for Nusa. It's a ball out to the right as well. Can we ping it over to Somerville? We can. But Donnarumma is out there and clears his lines. 72 minutes in now, and we just got to survive this little attack here from PSG, I do believe. So with PSG making some substitutions, we're going to make some of our own. You see him on the screen now. Antonio Nusa goes off for Steven Bergwijn. Frank de Jong goes off for Corey. He has to get a debut here. And Lenny Euro goes off for Nathan Patterson. A triple substitution here for Everton here. Is that going to be the deciding moment? Guratuga. Just not going to rush this here. We do not want to lose possession and get caught on a bit of a counter-attack here. Braithwaite plays it over. Great touch there from Bergwijn. Overlapping run perhaps. Can't do it. There's me saying I could take it easy, and I'm doing bloody back heels. Rodrigo, well in from Braithwaite there. Does really well. Still goes there for possession though. We just got to survive a couple more minutes, and we have done it and complete this rebuild. That would be ideal for doing in Season 4. We haven't done one in Season 4 before, so it'll be a new tick for me. Good ball to the box though, but can we get... Oh no! What happened there? I mean, what happened there? I'm pretty confident a lot of people could see my power bar right there. And it's just gone completely past. What happened there? Patterson's had an absolute shocker. We pressed our clearance button. It's gone past it, and it's an absolute bullet dive there from the Italian stallion in DM. A malfunction, it seems. Oh, so that's an absolute disaster. We've been bloody mugged off by EA. We haven't seen that one before in one of these rebuilds in the finals before. So it's the first time for Everton, I suppose, but not at that time there. Oh, now my head's gone. The head's gone, and it's the turtle. Just got to survive. Oh, thank God he's butchered it. Jesus Christ. Got to get my head switched back on here. Got a substitution here. Lewis Warren for Nana. We can't do that. I don't know who was coming on for PSG there. I wasn't really focused on it. Come on, boys. One last attack here. Decore. They're sending men forward. Boniface is open there. If we can get it to him. Somehow it's gone past. And we could be potentially getting a chance here. Could get it here. Go on. All the way. All the way. Yes! And it's Sterling Bergwijn. I believe he did it against Ajax for Spurs a couple of years back. In that tremendous comeback they did. If not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if it was in. Probably not. But what an absolute finish that was. I'm sorry if I didn't commentate over because I was just speechless how bad the defence was at the end there. They've absolutely collapsed. I did think they committed more men forward to maybe get us on the counter-attack. That's what we took advantage with that Grimaldo run. And then the Boniface one. And Sterling Bergwijn, the rotational winger, has won us the Champions League. So there it is. 3-2 to Everton against PSG. We nearly got robbed by that malfunction by EA Sports. With that absolute annoying Harrison kind of malfunction at the back there. But Varela got the goal. But we was like, no, we're not going to extra time. Sterling Bergwijn. That's why we brought him in, because he's got experiences on the big stages like this. Has got us to go in the 90th minute. That is why you've got to get good reserves and substitutions within your team. But we have finally done it. It's took them a very long time to get to a stage where they can call themselves one of the world's best teams in the world. We've ticked off the FA Cup, we've ticked off the Premier League, and now we've ticked off the biggest one of them all, the Champions League. It is officially Season 4 we have done to get this rebuild to complete, to get to the stage where they are, to lift that beautiful trophy right there in the blue and white stripes. And of course, Jordan Pickford, the absolute Brexit goalkeeper, gets to lift that prestigious trophy to declare that this Champions League has officially been completed. It was a very good rebuild. I really enjoyed it. It was very, very good indeed. Well done to the boys. Let's have a little rundown with the team and let's get this video wrapped up. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It has been official. We have won the Champions League, we won the Premier League, and we have won the FA Cup in the previous season. Very good team indeed. There is the full team right there. And now I'm going to pick 3 individuals who I feel like were just the absolute ballers in this whole rebuild here today. Starting off with your main, of course, Somerville. I mean, I do believe, look at the stats here. 37 goals. I mean, he must have scored about 100 goals since he's joined this Everton team he did from Leeds. What an absolute player. One of the best wings we've actually used in terms of rebuild here today. If I had to pick another one in terms of feel like we was just an absolute unit, it was actually Decore. And I know that might sound a bit odd, but with some of the players leaving in the first season, the second season as well, he always stepped up to the plate. So in my eyes, I feel like he deserves a Team of the Year card right here. And last of not all, I'm going to go with Pickford. I was going to go with someone else then, but I changed my mind. I went for Jordan Pickford. I think just due to the fact of how big he's grown on overall. It's unbelievable. And he's gone from us from day one. The rest of the players are also very good as well. Like Noosa, for example. He's very close. He was the one I was going to pick for just over Pickford. But Pickford just got it in the end. Just because how good he's gone in overall. And the stats he's got this season, it is ridiculous. But Pickford will be my last and final Team of the Year pick for this rebuild here today. As there are only 3 slots, that's the thing I do bring to these videos right now. Before we finish up, we are just going to quickly look at my career stats right here. So as you can see, the record fee was 124 for Aussie De Jong. And look at our biggest win, look. 6-1 against Liverpool. I mean, that is just very nice there to see against your rivals. But our biggest loss against Spurs, 4-1. So, fair enough. 213 games played, 119, 41 draws, and only 53 losses right there. On only bloody 60 grand a week. I mean, I've just transformed Everton into an absolute world-beating team. You expect more money, but it is what it is. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you did like this special here today and want to see more, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.